Well, my father was in the cotton business here since 1920, and I grew up hanging around the cotton office. I was always around, and the porters would buy me a Coca-Cola and take care of me and all, so I've been in it all my life. I started helping Dad. He probably had 75 to 100 customers, and some of them would have 10 bales up to maybe 1,000. A 1,000-bale man in 57 was big, big, big. So we'd get those samples out, and the compress would be instructed which cotton company to take the farmer's samples, and we'd get all that together. We had to put every farmer's samples together and getting ready to sell to the buyers who'd come in. And the farmer would come in, we'd show him his cotton, tell him what we thought the grade was and how much we thought we could get that day. And then it was really a busy time. We had to work on weekends and at night, and it was seasonal, probably 6 months of hard work and 6 months of kind of didn't have to work so hard. When I started, it was $1 a bale, and then it got to $1.25, and then $1.50 a bale, and finally got to $2 a bale. But that's all we made. We was totally for the farmer. The farmer had to have a cotton man back in those days, and he was the farmer and the cotton man and the farmer. They was big buddies. We'd have to go out and see them in the summer and look at the cotton, and probably have to eat lunch with them maybe. We knew all the family, all the children, where they went to college, and it was more to it than just a business deal. It was kind of a friendship too. So we'd go see all of our regular customers. We'd go see new ones and ask them to let us handle the cotton. And you had about 10 other people in Clarksville doing the same thing we were. So it was competitive business. And if one farmer got 1/4 cent more than you got for your farmer, they told you about it. The business started changing around 1970 with the older people retiring, and some of them died, and it got down to just 3 or 4 of us in the business. And I had to act as a broker for the farmer and also a buyer for the mills or anybody I could sell to. And I was in the middle. I had to get the farmer a competitive price, and also had to deliver the cotton to the buyer at his price, and so it got harder. And then it got down to, in the old days, it was samples, and then we got to samples and recaps, it finally got down to recaps, and you really didn't need all this. We hadn't had samples in here in 20 years, and it's all recaps, you know, facts and all that. It's changed altogether. The buyers, they made more money than we did because they took a risk. We was just commission men, like a car salesman. We got so much a bale, and the buyers, they made more money than we did, but like I say, they had to put their money up to buy the cotton. They had to, a lot of them was exporting cotton in the old days, and they made more money than we did. But all the cotton men was highly thought of. They was very good people, and they was kind of like, I'd call it a fraternity. They'd get down here and argue about the class of cotton and call each other choice words. Maybe one of them would throw his hat across the room, and then at 5 o'clock they'd be down the cotton chains drinking together and playing pinochle.